Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to jump right into this wrestling news. I always wait to get all of the information before I go reporting. And like I always say, I like to let everything unfold. So, without further ado, let's talk about some of the news that's been going on this week in wrestling. And let me give you my 2 cents on what's been going on. First and foremost, let's talk about the Road Dogg stepping down as co-lead writer of SmackDown in the WWE, and also I can't remember his name, but it was another writer who actually got fired for using Vince McMahon's name in Bret Hart's Hall of Fame speech. To that gentleman there, man, I kind of feel bad for the guy, but I mean, there's not too much I could say on that, man. Is just Vince has his stupid rules. Just to me, I think those rules are kind of dumb and things like that. But who am I to say anything? That's just my opinion. I think it was just a dumb firing or something like that. Now, as far as Road Dogg goes, let's get on that right here. For the past, oh my gosh, I want to say year and a half, 2 years, we've been getting a lot of piss poor writing and booking from the Road Dogg and things like that. So in a way, I'm kind of happy. Well, I'm not gonna say kind of happy. I am happy that he's no longer the co-lead writer for SmackDown. I read though that one of the reasons why he stepped down was because him and the old man couldn't see eye to eye at all. And I think right there, that is the whole problem in the WWE is I hear everybody always saying, it's good to have one person make that final decision. But in their case, no, I don't think it's good because Vince, again, is out of touch with wrestling. He doesn't really know what's going on. I don't care what Triple H or anybody else tries to say about the business. If he had that much knowledge of the business and things like that, Triple H wouldn't be doing so great with NXT. And then he brought along Shawn Michaels. I think having those two guys is right now what's helping Vince look good, in my opinion. So, Road Dogg stepping down again, I think that's a good thing. We're going to have to see where it goes. Glad he didn't get fired, but if he would happen to leave and go to another promotion, I'm not saying AEW, but if he went somewhere like MLW to try to help right there, ROH, and help them out, I think that they could be a benefit and things like that. But overall, with that whole thing, good luck, Road Dogg, on whatever your new position will be. It was reported that he's supposed to be taking, I think, Arn Anderson's former job. So good luck with that. So that's all I'm really want to say about that. I'm not going to be up here long, as you all know. But now let's get to the main story that I want to talk about and that everybody in the wrestling community is talking about. Sasha Banks and Bayley having a major fallout with what happened at WrestleMania 35 and them having to drop the titles to the Iconics. If you go back, look at my review of the Elimination Chamber, I said they put the tag team titles on the wrong tag team in the first place. Because then guess what? WWE, you guys booked yourself in a bad place once you gave Sasha and Bayley the tag team titles. What you should have done, and I will repeat myself again, you should have let Nia Jax and Tamina win those tag team titles. And at WrestleMania, you could have had Sasha and Bayley beat Nia Jax and Tamina there because it would have been more important and the fans would have popped for it. Because guess what? You also booked at WrestleMania. You booked Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. You had Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. You also booked The Miz versus Shane McMahon in that. You had the first ever women's main event of WrestleMania. What am I trying to say? Everything was a feel good story, dummies. So guess what you should have done? You should have booked Sasha and Bayley to win at WrestleMania. You gave them ladies a 49-day title reign. And I understand their frustration, man. They keep getting misused. They're together and they break up. The Lex man said it best, man. It seems like WWE creative doesn't know what to do with Sasha and Bayley. It's also been reported that since their quote unquote meltdown backstage, the WWE has given Sasha time off for her to think about, I guess, her career. If I was Sasha and Bayley, um, I think I would just bottom line. Uh, I think I would do the Neville. Probably, I would just quit. I wouldn't show up or anything. And this is the reason why the gentleman, I can't recall his name right now. I want to say John Oliver. Don't hold me to it. When he did that documentary on the WWE about 2 weeks ago, I think now, and then everybody was jumping down his throat. But if you paid attention to what he said with their contract, they're supposed to be independent contractors in the end. So just because you signed the contract, look at Neville. The man just didn't show up, quit, wait for his contract to expire, and now look at him. He's in AEW, much more happier, doing what he loves to do, and that's perform in front of his fans and people that appreciate pro wrestling, not sports entertainment, pro wrestling. So I think that Sasha Banks and Bayley should definitely leave the WWE. Now, what will that do with perhaps a storyline with the Four Horsemen angle that they might want to shoot later down the line? I have no idea, man. If they don't quit, man, I would take time off and at least a good 3 months, man. And I would sit down with Vince McMahon or Triple H, probably more Triple H than anybody, and talk with him and creative man and say, hey, look, guys, what are we doing? What are you going to do for us? And where are we going to go? They doing right now, all they're doing WWE with Sasha Banks and Bayley is giving them point A and not getting them to B. I think that was just a waste of time putting the tag team titles on them. Then giving them, I think, 1 or 2 title defenses in 49 days, and then they dropped the title to the Iconics. You could have put that title again on Nia Jax and Tamina. That's who they were feuding with from jump. So it would have made sense for them to capture the tag team titles at WrestleMania. They didn't have to be the inaugural tag team champions. The better feel good story would have been for WrestleMania. But again, who am I? I'm just a wrestling fan, or as they love to call us, all marks, and we just sit behind our computers or phones and we just complain about everything. But I'm pretty sure majority of us could book a better show than what you guys are doing. So that's my 2 cents, man, on that. I think those ladies either should leave or take about 3 months off, man. But while you're taking that time off, sit down with Triple H or Vince. Like I said, I would talk with Triple H. I'm like, look, where are you guys doing with us in this women's tag team division and the women's division as a whole? A lot of things are not making sense, man. But I will be back later on, man, with more wrestling stuff and updates. Until then, it's your boy 813 South. I'm out this piece.